Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and I'm gonna work on another page from my Scrap Backwards kit. And this time I'm doing sketch number 41 at Scrap-A-Sketch. And I see it as, and I know it has this piece of paper is what's torn. I see it more as a half and half page, and this is what's torn. At least that's how I'm going to imagine it on, on my page. And I'm using a cut file. I had several cut files that have just kind of been sitting there, and this one is one that was a gift from my secret sister at the Scrapping Reflections retreat, and that's JoJo Kelly. I'm using this paper. It is, I believe, a Fancy Pants. It is. It's Fancy Pants. The paper is Beach Towel, but it's from the Summer Soul collection from 2011. So just, you know, been around for a little while, and I've been hoarding it because I actually love this paper, and I always had in mind that I was going to do something with this flowered surfboard, and I don't even know if it's going to show in what I'm doing today. I'm using a piece of yellow textured cardstock as a background, and that was not like a piece of cardstock I picked for my kit. It was actually the backing or the divider for the cut file. The cut file was actually, the cut files were sitting on it. And that was just something, a piece of pattern paper I used when I stored the cut files. And there's a little yellowish green in here and a little bit of yellowish orange. There isn't any of this yellow, but I think it goes nicely. I think it works well. So I'm going to now I have torn a couple of other sheets of paper. This is a no name, I believe, if I'm not mistaken from the technique on it, that it is a basic gray paper. And this is just the reverse of the beach towel paper that has the surfboards on it. So I tore those with approximately the same contour as best one can when one is tearing things by hand. And now I'm gonna go kind of really ruffle it up, and I'll ruffle that one up. And then I'm gonna do this one like Scrappy Adam is doing without a photo. And I think the first one I did this month had no photo. But before I mount the photo cluster on there, what I've done here is I've put foam between the white mat that the photo's going on and the pink mat and the green mat. So I just repeated these two papers. So I want to put this maybe there, not for any particular reason. I normally like things weighted more down this way, but then I lose my surfboard. I guess I could kind of cut it in half if I did that, because I want a hot air balloon up here. Let me get the, I'm not gonna back this cut file, and I'm not gonna give it any dimension. I'm just going to lay it on there because I think it looks pretty with the yellow under it. And I have an idea that I might embellish it as opposed to backing it. So we shall see. I want to make sure it's parallel to the top and the bottom. Spacing doesn't matter as much, but I'd really like it to be parallel. Okay, now you will recall that I had two of these empty chairs at the beach, I called them. And there are two drinks here, but only one chair. So I always had in mind that I would separate them and use that chair. Well, what I did here before going to the two chairs kind of thing, I decided that I would remove the palm tree. So I have this palm tree that I can kind of slide under here, and this is another thing I'm kind of checking out for my placement. I don't want the palm tree to cover up too much of the cut file. This is the middle of that R. And JoJo was so thoughtful when she cut that. She actually put it in this little bag and labeled it. She is, I don't know if you know JoJo, she's known as Cali Beach Girl on Instagram, JoJo Kelly on Facebook, and she's not only a talented scrapper, she is also one of the most thoughtful people I have ever met. Just super, super, super individual. Okay, so there, I think we're good. And I'm okay with this being where it is. I should just go ahead and commit. If this goes here, it kind of swings over this way, so it's not going to cover too much of that. I'm going to lose some of this, but I will have some of it. I will save some of it. Okay, let's do that. I think that's parallel. I have this floral cluster that I cut from a Paige Evans collection, and it has this cut side and then this cut side. And so I kind of almost need a situation like this where this can be tucked under that layer, but the blue flower is left out. And since the sketch shows florals kind of going in each direction, that would be my nod to that part of the sketch. So let me see how that works. I'm going to put some glue down here, and then I'll figure out where the glue needs to be up there. And I don't know if I want to put it, under there. Is that on there? I'll have to be able to lift it in order to slide the photo under. And so I need to put just a piece of paper under there to keep it from sticking. But I want it to stick down here. I'm actually going to take that out because I need to be able to see how it's shaping up and looking. I like this icon, but I don't have a lot of room for it without covering up some of the cut file, but that doesn't cover enough to worry about. So I'm going to put a little bit of foam under it. And I have some clouds that I cut from the back of that paper, and it repeats that kind of. And now that I am saying that it has those clouds, I'm thinking it's less. I'm thinking less and less that it's basic gray. Okay, this cloud hits an edge, so, and it kind of overlaps the cut file. So that's kind of cool right there. And if I let it kind of stay up like that, it gives it some dimension. This one I thought I would put up here, and I was going to put one of these hot air balloons kind of in front of it. This one is too close to that color. This one is a little bit different, but it repeats a color that's in the surfboards, and it's a little bit smaller, so that works better for me. So I'll put that one on in a minute, and then this could maybe go right there. So let me get a little bit of foam. Okay, now I want to be sure that this is raised up. I'm gonna kind of, yeah, if I put it over here, then I'll take this guy and it can go right there. Let me get some foam. And I'm going to put some of this thick foam down at the bottom, and I will put a piece of the thinner foam up at the top and hope that bridges the difference in like there. I like that. This is bothering me over here, so I'm gonna put some foam behind it and get it to stick down. I don't want it to catch on anything. Oh, I didn't even glue it down. That's why it's moving around. But when I put this on, that will effectively glue it down, I suppose. Okay, there we go. Now, I want something in the pink or red family up there. And so I was thinking maybe a hibiscus. There we go. And because I have that there, I might do something. Ooh. I have this guy. And it's going to be flat because I just don't think I could really do foam narrowly enough there. I'm going to do another, and in the original there are these strips of paper. So I had thought I might do some border stickers, and I've got a couple, not on here, but I'm looking to see if there is anything on here that I would like to have. They're not here either. I guess they're in this book. There's if I put them on here, they would be sideways. The words that they say would end up being sideways. And that's okay. For instance, I could even, let's say, put this one kind of starting right there. And then I could cut it and tuck it under and put the rest of it up top. There. And then I can put this on the other side of this cloud. And what's going to happen is this palm tree is going to interfere with my hibiscus. So I'm going to carefully remove the hibiscus, move it to the other side of the balloon. Okay. And I'm going to slide it under there and let it overlap the R. Now let's go back to doing this. Okay, I don't hate that. I think that's actually kind of cute. And what's not making sense to me is this. So I'm glad I didn't glue it. I'm going to leave this off, and I'm going to look to see if there's anything else. Maybe a pineapple over it. Well, no, I don't want to lose my pretty surfboard. Let's just leave it like that. Maybe I'll have a pineapple sticking out of there. Let's do that. And I'm going to put a little bit of foam under there. And then I think we're done. Well, except for the flare. And let's do a little shopping at the Flair Hut. This one does not have, well, it does have some beach house Flair, and it has this beautiful water and sky Flair, which might be pretty right there. So I'm going to go with that. And no, I don't have my Flair very well organized at the moment. Let's see. Get that to stick down. I guess I could use one right in there and maybe one right here. And what do they want to be? I kind of like that one for right there, but then I see it kind of interferes with my palm tree there. So I could actually put it on the cloud. I like that idea. And then over here, I've got something that a little bit looks like a sunset. So I've been having luck lately using liquid glue on my Flair. I'm gonna put this kind of right there. Same here. Kind of press that down. It's not necessarily making contact because it's over the tear there, but it will eventually hold, and if it doesn't, I can, okay, so that looks like a setting sun right behind the palm tree. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm sure that I have the perfect photo for this, and Adam and I will be doing something at the end of the month to where we go back and add photos to the pages that we made without them. And so I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you see what you can do by scrapping backwards, and have a little fun with us, and thank you for being here. Bye.